Exodus chapter 4, verse 10. Moses said to the Lord, "Pardon your servant, Lord. I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I am slow of speech and tongue." The Lord said to him, "Who gave human beings their mouth? Who make them deaf or mute? Who give them sight or make them blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go, I will help you speak and will teach you what to say." But Moses said, "Pardon your servant, Lord. Please send someone else." Yeah, that one right there kind of cracked me up, as if he ever had a choice. What's up, y'all? Focus Daily Show. Today, we're going to talk about the Gold Heist. How the East was won. Before these Confederates or pirates came over here in their ships, they was living in third world conditions. But once they arrived over here to the land of milk and honey, the land of gold and wealth, they instantly began to plot and scheme. And along comes Napoleon, and he discovers what's known as today as the Giza Plateau. He discovered those pyramids. Although when we was young, we was taught those bricks are so heavy that they can't even figure out how individuals moved them. Upon further investigations, the bricks weigh at most a ton each, 2,000 pounds at most. So the truth is beginning to come out. But I said all that to say, once they found those pyramids located in Texas and up towards Colorado and those areas, they were covered with gold. It was gold everywhere. You know, you heard the legends of how the Egyptians lived in the land of riches. It was truth to that. And they immediately began to export those the gold resources at all the ports that they had gained through warfare, biological or otherwise. They even went as so far as to break the pyramids down and move them to the other side of the world. That's why in every major city-state, they have articles connected with Egyptology and these pyramids. They stole everything, even the bricks. But today we're going to get into the Gold Heist. And before we go more and more in depth, we're just going to get an example of how Eastern civilizations are ran, how their economies run, and the fact that it wouldn't be no economy if they never stepped foot in the land of milk and honey, the land that belongs to God. But as always, let me begin like this. I'd like to give all praises due to the Most High and His Son, Jesus Christ. It is through them that I am being sent with this truth as a chance for grace and redemption for all, Jew or Gentile. All right, we're going to watch a little film today. Here we go. Let's get right into it.
Central banks are significant gold holders and play an important role in the management of reserves. A gold reserve is a gold owned by a country's central bank to support the value of its currency, and it was used as a pledge to redeem commitments to pay depositors, note holders, or trade.
Now, the thing to pay attention to, folks, is the countries and civilizations that they mentioned. The Dutch, France, Spain, and individual countries connected and affiliated with those countries. But at the end of the day, it was all one big company. But what we're witnessing is the beginning of that company, the East Indian Company, the beginning of its riches and mass wealth. All right, let's go.
Trading peers during gold standard periods. Governments place a high value on gold reserves. When inflation starts to rise, governments will buy large amounts of gold as a countermeasure. These are the top 10 countries with the largest gold holdings. Number 10. Netherlands. 612.5 tons.
The Dutch. I just want to stop one more time. Where did y'all get all this gold from? You know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hold on to that for right now.
The Dutch central bank announced that it will be moving its gold vaults from Amsterdam to Camp New Amsterdam, about an hour outside the city, citing burdensome security measures of its current location. As many others have pointed out, this seems odd, given that the bank fairly recently repatriated a large amount of its gold from the U.S. Number 9.
From where? Okay, I'm just trying to make sure.
India, 687.8 tons. It's no
Indian
surprise that the Bank of India has
company.
one of the largest stores of gold in the world. The South Asian country, home to 1.25 billion people, is the second largest consumer of the precious metal
All of
and
these
is one of the most reliable drivers of global demand.
Were built on the back
India's
of the
festival and
indigenous
wedding
people
season,
of America.
which runs from October to December, has historically been a huge
children
boon to
of
gold's
God.
love trade. Number 8. Japan, 765.2 tons.
Don't let Japan fool
the
you.
world's third largest economy,
They play an
is
intricate
also
part
the 8th
in
largest
this heist
exporter of the
also.
yellow metal. Its central bank has been one of the most aggressive
Indians.
practitioners of quantitative
Fake
easing in
Indians.
January 2016. It lowered interest rates below zero, which has helped fuel demand for gold around the world. Number 7. Switzerland,
The
1,040
Red
tons.
Cross.
In 7th place is Switzerland, which actually has the world's largest
Where
reserves
you
of
think
gold
all
per
that
capita.
donation money get?
During World War
transformed
II, the
into?
neutral country became the center of the gold trade in Europe, making
It's all
transactions
banking.
with both the Allies and Axis
All
powers.
banking companies.
Today, much of its gold trading is done with Hong Kong and China.
Oh, China.
Number 6.
Y'all really in trouble.
China, 1948.3 tons. In the summer of 2015,
I'ma let God deal
the
with
People's
China.
Bank of China began sharing its gold purchasing activity on a monthly basis for the first time since 2009. Although China comes in 6th for most gold held, the yellow metal accounts for only a small percentage of its overall reserves, a mere 3.3%. As of 2021, China will now allow domestic and international banks to import large amounts of the precious metal into the country in an effort to support
Import
prices.
from where?
Number 5. Russia, 2,295.4 tons.
We see
The
you,
Russian
Vladimir.
central bank has been one of the largest buyers of gold for the
Putin
past
ass.
7 years and overtook China in 2018 to have the 5th largest reserves. In 2017, Russia bought 224 tons of bullion in an effort to diversify away from the US dollar, as its relationship with the West has grown chilly since the annexation of the
Foreign
Crimean Peninsula
aid.
in mid-2014.
The true
To raise the
meaning
cash
of
for
foreign
these
aid.
purchases, Russia sold a huge percentage.
The true meaning of foreign aid is when they split up the booty, when they split up the pot. And each year, individual companies or countries that participated in these heists of the indigenous people of America, of God's children, split the ante. I'm making it simple, folks.
Of its U.S. treasuries. Number 4. France,
And here we are.
2,436.
Now, we're speaking of the late 1700s, 1798, early 1800s, 200 plus years ago. And still till today, they discovered so much gold that they're number 4 on the list. Now, when I was growing up, they always spoke about Africa having this and Africa having that. I haven't seen not one African continental country as of yet. But maybe they're number 1. Let's see.
6 tons. Over the last few years, France's central bank has sold very little gold, and there have been calls to put an end to it entirely. Marine Le Pen, the country's
Not bad.
far-right National Front Party's president, has led the charge to not only halt the sale of the country's gold,
From gold to fiat.
but also to repatriate
talk
the
about that
entire
later.
amount from foreign vaults. Number 3. Italy, 2,451.8 tons.
AKA
Italy has
Spain.
likewise maintained
You'll
the size
see
of its
later.
reserves over the years. The Bank of Italy is in charge of the country's official foreign currency and gold reserves.
All of these are
After
actually
the US Federal
banks.
Reserve, the Deutsche
They taught us
Bundesbank,
they were
and
countries.
the International Monetary Fund, the Bank of Italy holds the world's third largest gold reserves. The bank's gold is 2,452 tons, mostly in bars, 95,493, but with a few
All of
coins
this
thrown
came
for good measure.
from the land of milk and honey, right
Number
here in
2.
America.
Germany, 3,362.4 tons.
Hitler face ass.
In 2017, Germany completed a 4-year repatriation operation to move a total of 674 tons of gold from the Banque de France
The Dutch.
and the Federal Reserve Bank of New York back to its own vaults. First announced in 2013, the move was expected to take until 2020 to complete. Although gold demand fell in 2017 after hitting an all-time high in 2016. This European country has seen gold investing steadily rise since
Look
the
at the
global
queen.
financial crisis.
Her lizard face.
Number 1. United States.
So you mean to tell me America has the largest stockpile of gold in the world? What about Africa over there? All of that. Man, they've been lying to us, people. And here it is right in our face. It's all coming from here. The land of milk and honey. The land of God. And he coming to collect. But hold on to it right now. Hold on to it. Just keep it safe. Coming to get that.
States, 8,133.5 tons. With the largest official holdings in the world, the U.S. lays claim to nearly as much gold as the next 3 countries combined. It also has the third highest
The
gold
truth right
allocation
before our
as a
eyes,
percentage
people.
of its foreign reserves. Well,
It has the
state of
most
Texas
gold because it's coming from right here. Oh, wait. Did they just say the state of Texas? I never watched this video before.
went so far as to create its very own.
Let's rewind that because I could have swore I just heard Texas.
It also
Let's
has
go.
the third highest gold allocation as a percentage
The
of its
state of
foreign
who?
reserves.
Oh.
Well, the state of Texas went so far as to create its very own Texas Bullion Depository to safeguard investors' gold.
Well, there you have it. Napoleon invaded Texas. A small town on 59 called Egypt. Formerly known as Egypt. And then they begin to call it Warden County. That's interesting. But that's
If
it
you
for
don't
today,
want
people.
to find gold,
That's it for today, people. Another episode of the Focus Daily Show. Thank everybody for liking and tuning in. Continue to like and Focus Daily, y'all.